What is that on the front?
Transgender banker symbol.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
Didn't sound very convincing there.
Dude, I love it.
Well, because
It's so
part of me
cool.
doesn't believe that that's what that means.
It
Bro,
is.
you saw the banker's symbol in Lament to the Nyx. That's just the banker's symbol.
It just doesn't have the
trans.
little one in the bottom triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
trans banker.
Oh,
what an icon.
I also got a jacket at the consignment shop, and it has a patch on it that says Stargazer. I felt really autistic, so I had to buy it.
Oh my god.
I mean, who wouldn't?
I love this game.
I'm thinking about getting a Outer Wilds Adventure patch for my backpack that I bring to work, but I don't think
Huge.
anyone will know what it is.
It just matters that you know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
that's a them problem.
I'm just gonna bring a
Well,
cooler full of Modelo
Okay,
to work.
who here has actually played Outer Wilds though?
Me.
Me.
Not me.
I've not finished it.
The greatest game of all time?
I wouldn't say it's the greatest
I-
game of all time. It's a very
I
good
played
game.
The Last of Us. It's okay.
Fire 101's better.
It's a very good and profound game, but
Mhm.
not the greatest.
If I sat there until I 100%ed it, and then I got the DLC and played through all of that.
It's a good game. I love it.
Yeah, but you also 100%ed Ark, so
I
You just
actually
got
have
that
not.
grind.
I have 2,000
Survival
hours
game?
in it. Yeah, I have 2,000
Why?
hours.
I know
Because
that you
I
haven't
have-
actually 100%ed it. No one can.
I know,
100%
but I have
Ark.
200. So I have 2,000 hours in it because I have friends that I've been playing this game with for like 10 years. And every year we will hit each other up and then play it for like 2 months and then we'll abandon it for another year.
If I get
But-
10,000 hours on Gmod, can I count as 100%ing Gmod?
No, you have to play with Gary.
Ah, fuck, that's right.
Gary and his mods.
I have 1,801 hours in Ark and 30% of the achievements. Because I have not tried to get any of them. I play with my friends until we get bored.
Good plan.
Ark is a scam. It's a scam.
Dude, the new one sucks. I'm not even gonna buy it.
I heard it wasn't good, but I don't know why.
Apparently it runs worse than the first one, which is really
How?
saying something.
Yeah.
Because the
The
first
fuck?
one does not play well. Well, I mean, it's been optimized recently, but it does not play well. And it's even more buggy than the first one, and the first one is, even after several years, it's still super buggy.
Why optimize your games when you could just simply not?
Well, that's what they were like. Hey, we can't really optimize this any better, so we're just gonna start from scratch and make a new one. And then the new one is like less optimized and more buggy than the old one. So everyone's just sticking to the old one.
It's like, guys.
That's when you start charging the subscription service.
No, that's when you say, hey, we're gonna hire some third-party developers to help us optimize our game, because there are companies that do that.
That's
At this
stupid.
point, you just get like a mod that fixes it, and
Yeah.
that doesn't exist for the new one yet. So everyone just plays the old one.
Yeah, fair. Oh my goodness. No, I'm trying to think. What's the game that I've... I think I think I have like 4,000 hours in Blender. So...
Dude,
That's a game.
if I had a way to get my Minecraft hours, I'm hitting 10,
Ooh.
maybe 15.
10 hours.
No, 15,000. A lot of my childhood was sitting offline playing Minecraft for like hours at a time because I didn't have internet for several years.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
Only Minecraft.
I was going to upload notes today, but My roommate and I spent several hours walking around today, and everything hurts.
Me and Jonah were talking about that. We thought it was Peter.
Peter
the
did the
notes.
last one. Peter did.
For what?
I think Peter was doing 7.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
7. I didn't do 8.
But I was out all day. And they said my shirt would be done at 3, and then
They lied
I waited
to you.
an hour, and then I went in, and they were like, "Oh, the file didn't go over correctly. So can you just wait like 5 more minutes and let us see your flash drive again?" And I was like, "Okay." So it took longer than it was supposed to, but I got
I'm in
it.
hot concrete.
I got it.
You got it.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Honestly, worth it though.
When he when he came over to show it to me, I was so excited. I almost cried.
Tears of joy.
Yeah, tears of joy.
Banker's influence on us all.
Tears of autistic joy.
I mean, that's just what you gotta do. Sometimes you need the autistic joy tears.
I think one of the other workers was like, "Which shirt are you here for?" And I was like, banker." And she was like, bones? Yeah, I think we have that one.
The bones.
The bones.
I liked watching them
Bones?
save the file as Banker of Bones. It tickled me.
It's spreading. It's an information hazard.
Uh-oh.
It's a virus. I put a virus on their computer.
It's the new Slender Man.
It's
The
the
new
basilisk. No.
No. Session yesterday. They just kept talking about nothing. I was losing my mind.
Isn't that what usually happens, though?
No.
Yeah, but it was like, I feel like it was really bad. And Caleb DM'd me and he was like, I wouldn't mind this if we like played more than like once a month. And I was like, all right, I have to put my big boy pants on and tell him to shut the fuck up. I don't really feel like we got anywhere, but
But that's just a game with your fellas. It's just
Yeah.
Chilling.
It's just different. It's just different.
We could do that here, though.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to talk about Juan Soto
I like that
and how
people
many
take
home
this
runs
story
he...
seriously.
Brandon, you might die.
I'd kill myself
If you
before
already
I
think
let
that
anyone...
this is slow, you would die.
Yeah, no.
We're
Yeah.
moving at a snail's
We're gonna be in
pace.
call for
No,
4
we're
hours
not,
for like
though.
2 hours of gameplay.
Wait, are you saying that we're moving slow in this campaign?
Yes.
That's
A
what
lot has happened.
That's
He's-
what I'm saying.
He's only freaking out because of last campaign. And so he thinks we have to be
I don't know
solid.
what you mean.
Yeah, that makes
Last
sense.
campaign, we did have a lot of things on fire at every time, but
Yes.
That was also
You just-
partially because of a decision that y'all made.
Uh-huh.
okay, I decided to go into the hallway, so let it be known.
Yeah.
Praise
Well-
the hallway.
All that to say is that we are not pumping the brakes, right? We're just cruising. We've got cruise control on. We're fine.
We're just going.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are fine.
The speed limit is
Hush now,
50.
you're
We're
alive.
going at a good 53. All right,
Yeah,
we're
we're
fine.
fine.
I could
I mean, I think
accelerate
we're fine.
things to Mach Infinity if
Colin?
you want.
No,
No.
Yippee! Please, please,
Actually-
please, please.
Oh,
Colin,
Mach
let's do
Infinity?
it.
Okay.
He's outvoted. He's outvoted. He's outvoted.
Let's see what happens.
No.
Let's see what happens to
No.
when you
No.
speed everything up.
We've already
No.
made the change that we took the dragon with us, so... And
That wasn't a
apparently
change,
makes
that was the
things
plan
worse.
the whole
So-
fucking time!
No, it wasn't. Wait,
I
yeah,
did
so
actually
what
go
did-
back. It was.
Yeah.
Oof.
I watched the video. It was.
We took the dragon.
All
There
right.
was no deniable proof about that.
Calm down.
I did better than you.
Thank you. Can we start?
Sure. Let's
No.
see here. Jonah, can
Hey.
you give the recap?
How dare you? Hold on, let me find my notes. I have too many tabs open.
I believe in you.
You wouldn't let us down, Jonah.
No, never, of course.
Let's get
Okay.
going.
Hey. Ooh, no, I'm dropping things.
Okay.
So let's see. I believe. Yeah. Well, let me figure
Do
out
you
what we
really
got.
believe, Jonah?
I don't believe actually.
I'm a believer.
Yeah. So we were finishing up our investigation of the body. And we went about found or talked for a while about a lot of things. We had Sonora head out a bit with Morgana. No, not Morgana. Morgan. Good lord, I'm out of it. Morgan, because the
Hi.
body was not agreeing with her. So Morgan and Sonora and John went out to not be in the room with the dead body. We continue talking. Then the captain comes in. And he's like, "So, what'd you figure out? You been in here a while. Did you touch things?" And we told him some of what we figured out. Didn't mention that the the note on the body talking about who it was, but specifically mentioned the marks on the chest as the cause of death and the postmortem chopping up. We then found out that one, there's a hefty bounty on the surgeon. 100 gold. No, not 100. 1,000?
I think it's 10,000.
I missed some zeros there.
It's a lot of
It
gold.
was
Yeah, it was a
enough
lot of
that I
gold
could-
or
yeah.
anything from the
1,000.
armory.
1,000?
Yeah, he said
1,000?
1,000.
Okay.
1,000, okay.
I
Which
only missed
armor
one
again
zero.
was it?
Ingressus.
Yeah, Cressus. Okay.
Yeah.
Any one thing from the armory. Uh, so yeah, we also heard about the the crime scene, and I believe it was the session where we found out about the shoot, what's his name? The dwarf that we met at the beginning. How he
Chagatai.
chopped up.
Chagatai.
Yeah, Chagatai. He chopped up his family. That was
Ooh.
fun.
That
That
was
might have
after
been
we
later.
came back from the horses.
Yeah,
Hate
I'm
to see
getting,
it.
but it happened. That was lovely. But yeah, so we decided to go do a visit of the original crime scene. He grudgingly let us go, gave us a note for the guard there. We were like, "All right, we got this, dude. Don't worry, nothing bad's gonna happen." Get there, talk to the rude guard who just wants to fight Knowles. Then
He may have gotten to fight Knowles.
yeah, we do a lot of investigating. Two dead horses that were beheaded. They had the same 3 marks on it. One had it in the hindquarter, the other, and it was still likely beheaded after the fact. There were also marks carved into the flesh on each horse along the midsection. And we got a picture of that, which is lovely. It was only on the horse, not on the original dead body. And then we also found a bit of peat on the wagon and in some of the tracks. Then we looked around a bit more, found that nothing had been stolen from the merchant, which is odd. There was a fine layer of dust as well. on the cart.
Weird dust.
Not.
Yeah,
It wasn't like
weird
a
dust.
layer. It was almost like scattered about in patches.
Yeah. There was dust in the cart.
Yes.
It was weird dust. We didn't like it.
Vibes all around.
Yeah. The cart crashed after it seemed like the back axle was obliterated, which is lovely, you know. Something that can just obliterate the back axle of a cart. And while we're investigating, Known points to a bush. And there's a knoll there. And we're all like, oh no, as it starts to run away. I shoot a
So
rock
her
at
body's
it.
in.
Yeah, I was trying to cripple it so we could catch it. It just died.
When you take off a leg, it does that.
Yeah. So it was dead, but we found a map with a lot of markings and presumably where the camp is. And also labeling like this spot and probably a bunch of other like farms and stuff like that. Yeah. So we're finally done. We're like, all right, let's head back. And the guard is gone. His axe is in the tree, and that's it. No sign of struggle. There was no sound. Nothing. That's majorly concerning. So we rush our way back, find the captain, and are like, "Hey, your guard's gone. We don't know where. We didn't hear anything or see anything. Please don't think it was us." Yeah, that was lovely. But eventually it's very late. We head back to the inn. And decide to all sleep in 2 rooms. Rooms 2 and 3. Because we were paranoid because things are happening. And presumably someone's going after Morgan.
Nah, come on, man.
Yeah.
Totally
So-
not.
Totally not.
Nah.
Thankfully, we chose rooms 2 and 3. Because I believe it was Morgan's room, 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The bed was ripped to shreds.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Morgan's bed and Known's bed.
Uh-huh. And there was barely any sound, as I recall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was just a small thing that Morgan heard.
A
Yeah.
little tornado went through there.
Yeah. The window was open, and there was something in blood on the wall, right? The same symbol?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's lovely. I believe that's where we left off.
That is where we left off.
Ugh.
So we pick up as the crime scene is confronted. What are you guys doing?
We should probably wake the others up. I don't know if I want to check this out just ourselves.
Yeah. Like, immediately. And I'm immediately going to start walking to rooms 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think Morgan's standing out in the hall just staring into the room, but he doesn't enter.
Gotcha. Then you just watch as the window just slowly rocks back and forth, partially open. Just taking in what could have been. But Tavis, at this point you're waking everyone up?
Yep.
Alright.
Whether you like it or not, you're
People
coming.
are getting woken up. Okay.
Yeah. Loomis at least grabs a sword and he's, running over to the room.
Everyone else?
Yep. Very much awake now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Loomis enters the room.
Oh,
Oh,
brother.
okay. Good luck.
Oh no, no one else is doing anything.
Let's-
Check for
Yeah. Let's try not to mess with this too much. I don't know if the captain will want to see this. I don't know.
If they do see this, they will likely think that it's connected to us, and I would rather that not happen.
I guess so. Well, let's just be careful looking anyway.
Fair.
Mm-mm. Can Loomis approach the window?
Sure, can approach the window.
And I will peek my head outside of it.
Gotcha. Actually, you probably just see this. There are what appear to be tracks heading out from the window and like going out onto the street. It's like the assassin has long since left.
Well, do you think that we could track them down?
I think we could. Maybe we should alert Luca.
I mean, this is also kind of strange that he would come in here, tear everything up, leave a mark. If anything, it's almost he's just leaving a message showing how close he can get. Because why wouldn't he just go through the whole house?
Well, oh wait, hold on. Before we
Because the rest of us were out there.
before
They
we
just
like
wanted a quick
actually
thing.
okay, wait.
Sorry.
But before we actually leave, we need to check the window. The where they left from. We need to check the window.
Is the window just open or is it broken?
Make a physical or mental check, up to you as you investigate the window.
I'll do mental. Four successes?
Easy.
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah, this is never mind. I lost it.
Then, as you go up to the window, Morgan, and you begin looking it over, at first blush, doesn't look broken, almost like it was unlocked, just pushed open. But then, as you look closer, you fish around kind of the keyhole, and you find the inside locking mechanism is full of, like, dust. It's like the lock was just eaten away from this window, allowing it to be easily just pushed open.
Is this the same dust that was in the cart?
It is, yeah.
Well, I guess that would make sense why it's so quiet. Or it was so quiet.
Good.
Is there any like dust in the beds?
Looking around at it, no. There doesn't appear to be.
Okay. It was just used on the lock.
Is it clear what destroyed the beds? Was it like blade or blunt force or...
The beds seem to be the recipient of very precise, very exact cuts. So, a razor-like blade, it looks like. Or something else. But very clean cuts.
Follow up. Hypothetical. Well, I suppose this is just a question at this point. How thin were the cuts? Was it thin enough to be like a wire, like the same cutting mechanism that was used to like dismember all of the other victims, or?
Yeah, thin enough to be a wire.
Okay, then interesting.
What's the looking at this sigil, how is it placed? Is it carved in? Is it burnt? Is it?
Looks to be carved in.
I can't remember. I'll kind of urge John onto my hand. Johnny, have you or the prince seen this before? This symbol?
You can see John just kind of looks at it, cocks his head, says no.
Right.
I think that maybe the reason why they didn't check the all the rooms is because this could have been a delayed reaction, something that was set up while we were out, with the assumption that we would all sleep in our normal rooms.
True. Or they just didn't bother checking. Did it and got out.
They would have at least seen that the beds were empty, not just some random person in there.
I mean, depending on how careful they were, yeah.
I'm kind of liking the warning theory that Loomis had. I mean, probably would have still killed whoever was in the bed, but
Yeah, I mean, it seems they don't want to take on a direct approach to any of this. It's obviously hit and run tactics.
but there does seem to be the hyperfixation on Morgan.
Yes.
And that at least seems to be direct.
This time they got Known's bed too, though.
True. It's hard to tell if that was
Intentional.
right.
Anger
Let's
that you weren't
see.
here, maybe?
If they would have
Or
just left the room. I mean, nobody else is awake, just us. Tav and I.
Well, we have a choice to make. Do we want to try to follow these footsteps out the window? Or are we going to continue to call it a night?
Can I inspect the footsteps a little bit more closely? Is there any peat in them? How recent do they look? That sort of thing. Maybe tell how large the person was making them by how deep they are.
We can
Make a
head outside
physical
for that,
check.
yeah.
Yeah, if you want to head
Oh,
outside. And take
physical. I thought that would be mental. No successes.
Gotcha. Then, are you wanting to check from inside the building or head out to get a closer look?
Oh, outside.
Outside. Gotcha.
Yeah, I want to peer over them.
Then, as you're peering at them, these footsteps don't appear to have any of the telltale peat on them. Seem to be generally humanoid, though. As you're looking,
Large humanoid?
You wouldn't say particularly large. No. Like if you had to guess, maybe like around 5'6" to 5'8". And what else were you trying to discern from these things, Tav?
I wanted to see if I could tell, like, how much weight was on them by how pressed in the footsteps were.
Seems to be very lightweight, actually pressed into, these footsteps here. Like they were moving quickly, carefully, and most importantly, quietly.
And last but not least, is there any way that I can tell how recent they look?
At this point, very, very recent.
All right, then let's go.
I mean,
I
like,
don't think we have much time.
I mean, looking at them,
Okay.
like, there's obviously been a delay since Loomis first looked out and saw them, but they probably had just ran away when Loomis actually took a peek out the window and saw the footsteps and bolted. Y'all rocked up on the room
Morgan-
pretty quickly.
Morgan's gonna get an extra shirt and kind of shawl it over his head.
Okay.
I'm ready to go if you guys want to go. I don't think
Yeah,
I'll
let's
be sleeping.
Yeah.
move.
Anyway.
We need to take out this threat. Or
Yeah.
investigate more.
Gotcha. Who is leading the investigation following these footsteps then, trying to do this tracking?
I could.
Yeah, I think you're our best tracker, or in that scale of things.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'll do it.
hmm Then
We're going to rescue someone. That's the plan here. Just think of it like that.
Then up to you, physical or mental, for the following of these footsteps.
I'll do mental again. I do want to ask though, since I haven't quite slept yet, have I acquired tired or am I still good?
You're still good for now.
Okay.
If you don't sleep at all tonight, you will start to get tired. But you are also an Aether Soul, so you can go on far longer than the average person.
I will do mental, and I assume navigator applies.
Navigator would apply.
Oh, yikes.
Wow.
I don't have hero points, sorry.
I do. It's fine.
Oh.
I'll reroll like
Dude, that's crazy.
3 of them first.
May the fours be with you.
Dude,
Uh,
fucking fine. 2 more. It's going to give me 0.
one.
One.
Success.
One success. Okay. Then, as you are beginning to move through this area, you are attempting to follow the tracks. However, they crisscross the street of Dorga and potentially seem to obscure their own movement. It's not easy for you to track this individual, Morgan.
Colin,
Yes.
seeing as this is going poorly and I have no shame, can I just walk up and say, just follow me, and then I'll gently push Morgan aside and start following them myself. I don't care if your feelings get hurt. I'm sorry,
What?
but you're not doing well, so I'm gonna try and take over.
Is that? Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
All right.
I know that it'll probably be a higher DC since we've lost a little bit of time, but I want to just take over.
Gotcha. Sure, you can do that at detriment 1.
Okay. And it's a mental check, right?
It would be mental for this, yeah.
Okay, well, I would have gotten +1 from Navigator, -1 from Detriment. I'm going to spend 4 hero points and we will 4 of those. 3 successes.
Gotcha. So here's the thing. Not doing a whole lot better, actually.
Yeah.
As you're moving through, as you know, your expertise really isn't in this, as well as, you know, you are going with a colder trail. You know, people like Morgan and Teamer like tracked down people. Like they're actually very, very good at that. And so as you beginning to make your way, you redouble your efforts. But I must ask, Morgan, are you helping Tavis in the efforts to track down these footsteps, or are you like taking a step back and being petty, or something else?
I think Morgan is too headstrong to not be up there, but he is repeating "kill yourself" in his head the entire time.
Hey, I don't have the words to be polite about this.
You do.
I do not.
Wow, we're really getting
Thing, but
somewhere here,
no.
Tav. It's like you
I
track people or something.
I do not.
Exactly.
But as you are continuing on this path and basically like trying to follow this very obtuse trail, I now have to take known over to side one. Can you come with
Oh,
me,
God.
Keenan? So, all right, back to Maine.
Where did
No.
it go?
Hello.
Hi.
We should go to the church. We should go to the church.
What?
Right now?
Yeah. They're gonna go to
Why?
the church. They're gonna go to the church.
How do you
mean-
know that?
Because, well, he wants to see the town. We're
All right,
going. We're going
mysterious as
everywhere.
ever. Let's
No,
go.
no. I believe him. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're going to the church.
Gotcha. Then, as you're looking around, I mean, at this point, it's probably right before dawn, as all of you have been scouring this town, trying to pursue this individual. And as you start to head in the direction of the church, Tav, you pick up on the footsteps again. But this time, they're not zigzagging as much. You've finally gotten off of the trail that they left in order to confuse, to lead you astray. And as you begin to look, as just the first light of dawn starts to peek up over the nearby mountain, the footsteps appear to lead, like, into one of the church's windows.
I told you. They wanted to see the town. They haven't been to the church yet. They're at the church.
Mysterious as ever.
I honestly think that tracks.
Well, they're either working with the priest or plan on killing somebody there. So,
Should I send Johnny up to check it out? Or is that too much?
I'm not sure.
Let's go check it out together. Who would like to peek in? If not, I will.
I mean, how high up is this window?
It's a second-story window.
Oh, it is a second story window? Shit.
You can make it. Jump.
I definitely can't. I'm the only person that could never even get close to that.
No, I can't jump very high.
Well, do we want to go in the front door?
I mean, sending John in sounds like a decent plan, no? Or at least to peek, maybe not sending them in entirely, but
Yeah.
Yeah, send John up to the window.
Johnny, you want to go check the window? Careful. See if there's anybody up there.
The bird will nod.
Hold my hand out.
Bird will begin to flutter and flap and then whoosh, fly up to the window. And are you insinuating that you want him to head inside or just take a look around, like from the
Just
sill?
kind of check from the sill. I mean, honestly, he doesn't even have to land if he just wants to check quickly.
Yeah, just do drive by. Gotcha.
I just want a cursory, like, is there someone in there? Or have they like gone further in or something?
Gotcha. Then you watch as John passes the window a few times and then flies back down, and on your shoulder you can see he almost stands up a bit more straight, and he walks around almost like a person making their way around a room, just trying to do his best human impersonation.
Great job, buddy.
Well,
I will
well
offer him some trail mix.
We'll just begin to eat.
There's somebody up there walking around in circles.
Indeed! And you can see, like, the eyes of the bird kind of flash. There appears to be a priest of some kind within.
Prince, please. Quiet. Discretion is key.
Apologies. I will use my inside yell.
Yes. Thank you.
by all means. Now then, how do you propose that we enter?
It is customary to knock when entering a church, especially at this hour. However, those here within Zell are honor-bound in the region to give succor and shelter to those wandering in the dead of night. Else, what vile villains would they be?
Okay, like that.
I do not think that customs apply in this situation if we would be breaking in.
Ha! Customs not applying.
Okay, we need to get. We probably just need to get inside.
I
Yeah.
don't think I'm capable of climbing to the second story, so my vote would
could-
be
Fuck that, break in the front door.
yeah.
Do not
I was
do
thinking-
such things, Morgan. An offering of grain would suffice.
Timber, can you knock down the door?
Prince, they did just try to kill me.
I think that's rude.
We can just
And-
open it. We don't have to break it.
Loomis tries to open the door.
It's
Campbell,
locked.
do you like to eat seed?
God fucking damn it.
Seed? Not particularly.
Well, I was wondering, do you still have the same like cravings as the creature that you inhabit, or
No.
is that separate? Huh. Cool.
I
Morgan,
crave
can you use
Shame.
lockpicks?
Do I
Oh.
what?
Can you use lockpicks?
I mean, I can try.
Could I scale up to the second story window?
As you're beginning to move, you'd actually hear the lock kind of turn on the other side. Like the front door is being unlocked. And you can see a head will kind of poke out. Ah, travelers. Can I be of assistance?
I look at Hamble like, is this him?
And you can see the bird will just give a nod, and the eyes go back to normal.
May we come
we've-
in?
We followed you.
Oh?
May we come in?
Of course, friends. May Zell bless you. Please,
I think
come,
we have much
come.
to discuss.
Yes. And this individual, this priest, will lead you kind of into the temple area itself. Kind of in the main chamber beyond, you're able to see a statue of what appears to be Zell. And the man kind of gives you a smile. I'm sorry, I have not set aside breakfast yet for those who are traveling or wandering, but anything that I have, I would gladly offer to you. I'm Kulan, cleric of Zell.
I'm known. I walked here. I followed you. You're tracked. You walked around the city, and I followed, and you were seeing the city, and you came here.
Well, I was talking to many people yesterday, giving thanks to for the return of Sarnai, and sermons where I could about our new arisen Unifier. But I'm
But
glad
also,
that my footsteps have led you here, child.
but
Truly,
also last night. But also last night, from our window.
Oh, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, given recent events, I was not about last night. I have a very strict 9 p.m. bedtime.
Does it seem like he's lying?
Make a spirit check.
Yeah.
But
I'm not good
the
at this, so.
but the
Oh,
but the footsteps go up your window. Up to your window. Up
Up,
to the roof.
up to my window. That is certainly strange. Might you show me?
Okay.
Colin,
Yes.
what's the vibe check on this guy for Viola?
Make a spirit check.
Okay.
Vibe check.
I'll re-roll. Nope, can't.
didn't you just
that'll-
get Europe? Did you use all of them last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it
I
for
mean,
me.
that's okay.
As you kind of listen, Viola, the vibes are strained, not exactly pure. There is cause for maybe concern. They don't sound pure evil, but there is something wrong here. That much you're able to pick up on.
Okay. Thank you.
None will lead the priest out and try and show the footsteps, the path that they tracked.
Oh my. It does seem like we were burgled, yes. I
Well,
will admit that I did not see this individual. It could likely be due to the hunger of the citizens, perhaps. I was not generous enough yesterday.
but they're not leaving.
That's
We,
true.
we followed them here. We went around the town and they came here. They stopped here.
Where's your room at in the temple?
Small quarters near the back. Please, if you would, I could certainly use your help in trying to ascertain if a visitor is still here.
Absolutely, if you could show us up there.
Yes, please, right this way. And he'll begin to lead you all inside if you'll let him.
Yeah.
Mm,
I trust it.
Yeah. No one needs to figure out what's going on.
Very fair.
I'm gonna let them kind of go inside first, and I'll turn to John. You want to sneak around a bit?
You can
See if
the
there's
bird
anything
nod.
weird. Quiet, quick.
Fuck, what was his name again?
My brain, Kulon. I was thinking Tatnai, which is not correct.
I know, right?
Wrong one.
Bestowing the blessings.
Kulon. I haven't
Yes.
had a chance to stop by a temple. Could you tell me about this, cell, what is it? Ascending to a high god?
Well, judging by your dress, you must be a devout believer. But just months ago, friend, Zell took position amongst the high gods. Truly transcended. His years of silence having rewarded all of us as he was gaining enlightenment. And now he is Unifier, ready to bring us all together. When we engage in good works, keep a steadfast faith, and give thanks to the Unifier each night, Zell looks favorably upon us now, and with the powers of a high god, he blesses us and makes the world grander. I know it seems far-fetched, but recently I have bore witness to his great gifts being spread. If you come to bingo night tomorrow night at the Vulture Club, we are there hosting the event. We've been given the space. The grand prize is a sack of heirloom fuzz squash seeds. Very exciting. And you will be able to see and hear testimony from those who have received the blessings of Zell, of the Unifier.
What's bingo?
Hmm?
What's bingo?
Oh, bingo is a game where you wait until a number is called and you mark it down on a space. And when you get 5 in a row, you stand up and you shout bingo and you win. There's much skill involved. Those
We should go.
Just
those
like
who,
Candyland.
Yeah.
not like Candyland, but maybe
Not at all.
to a degree, because those who pray and those who give thanks and are strong in their faith, they are the ones who usually win.
Just like Candyland.
I have won 2 bingo games.
We should go.
Can I look over at Kira?
Kira is just rolling her eyes.
I give her a small nod.
She'll give kind of a wry smile, but mostly she's just trying to keep to herself here, not draw any attention.
Yeah. We are walking towards the room at this time, right?
Yes, as you're being led through like the main sanctuary where most people worship, there does seem to be like an offering brazier with many flowers and coins and even like some meat and tools and things placed into it, as well as offerings to Zell. And then
As I walk by, I'll drop a gold coin in.
gotcha, and you can see Kulan will kind of give you a bow. Thank you. What is your name again?
Loomis Edge.
Loomis, thank you so much for your generosity. With this tithe, we will be able to continue to support those, the congregation that grows here in Dorga, and every bit counts as we pray for forgiveness. And you'll continue to lead as beyond this statue in kind of this small side room in a hallway. There's a door to the left, a door to the right. He goes on the door to the left and opens up a 70, 80 square foot room. No window inside, just like a small, very bare bed. More of like an ascetic type of living situation with a few clerical vestments hung up on hooks, but that's pretty much it.
I meant to the room where the window was.
That's the sanctuary.
Oh, okay, got you. That makes sense. So it's like the front of it leads you into the big open area. Understood. Okay.
So, I do actually have a question about the the gifts that I've seen a lot of people here have.
Yes.
Have you
Yes.
seen people outside of Dorga with these things, or
Well, I've heard about these things, and the rumors have begun to spread that these gifts are appearing more and more, mostly to high members of the faith, but now, as people hear the word and truly begin to keep the steadfast faith, do the good works, and unite themselves, pledge to make the world better, Zell is smiling down upon them. He is. And I am overjoyed that the people of Dorga have so readily given their hearts over to Zell. There are others, like in Caer Ortis, or across the nation, who just do not understand what it means to be a servant of a high god. But the people here do, and their gifts are being just showered upon them tenfold.
I see. Does he have that sigil anywhere
Make a physical check.
on him or in the room?
It is nice to finally see, all this time of prayer,
One.
us finally being rewarded.
None that you can see, Morrigan. And he'll turn then back to you, Loomis. And perhaps maybe this is where you misunderstand. You have already been rewarded. Zell, this nation, it's already the greatest nation, the greatest place to live. Not only on the rings of Meropis, but up and down the cosmic stack. This, what you see here, it is the reward. Now, we are made instruments of Zell, made to bring forth greater works. Now, we are to unify, to come together. And with these gifts, we're now able to better do this. This is the truth. Do not look at it as what Zell can do for you, but what you can give to Zell, this grand nation.
Yeah. I wish to give Arquette back to Zell.
A noble and grand goal indeed. Noble and grand.
Morgan widens his eyes at Kira.
You can see Kira is just like looking at you with a face that screams, "Oh, I don't like this at all." It is in situations like this that I believe reading from some of Zell's wisdom is truly a great path forward. Would you like to have a quick sermon?
I would like to. I don't think my compatriots are a little
Nonsense.
tired.
Nonsense.
Yes. Can I just have a? Can I have a minute, real quick?
Of course, take your time. Here, I must go get my book.
Is he just
No.
going into his room to grab the book, or is he trying to get out of sight?
He's gonna go into the door on the opposite side of the hall.
Okay.
So about bingo.
Gnome is gonna go back to the sanctuary where that window that the tracks led through.
Mm-hmm.
And Gnome is gonna try and do the same thing that they did to find the trail and see if they can pick it up.
Well, the first thing you need to know is that the window is now shut.
Ah,
But
Huh?
they might already be gone.
at the
They
moment,
may have came, met with the priest, and already left.
however, at the moment, make a spirit check. No.
Okie dokie. Regular spirit.
Yep.
Oh, no successes.
Yeah, you don't know. You got here, but you don't really have anything to go off of.
I'm gonna look for mud.
Mud? Yeah.
The peat, or the dust, perhaps.
Yeah. You don't actually see anything. This appears to be a really well kept church. Not really any mud or dust here.
Is there? Are we able to get to the window now?
It's on the
At least.
second floor. It's like up, like it's a vaulted ceiling here. So like you could attempt to climb the stone.
Hey, Teamer. You wanna lift me up real fast? Put me on your shoulders.
If Loomis clocks that, can I pull guard duty on the door and try to distract him if he comes out?
Sure. I
Cool.
mean, he would only be gone for like maybe a minute. As
I mean, he asked us to check for
Oh yeah, fair
the
enough. Fair
intruder.
enough. Yeah.
Like, I'm not
yeah,
sneaking around.
Yeah.
And Teamer will hold out his hands to help you onto his shoulder.
and as you're boosted up there, Morgan, you would find that this window in its lock has dust in there as well.
Mm.
Forcible unlock.
Mm.
I look down at Teamer. Same deal. I'll tap him to let me down.
Then I believe who we're looking for probably left, no?
Oh, are there handprints or anything?
Looking around, you don't see any handprints here, no.
Okay. And, like, I mean, this is probably a hard place to reach to dust. Does it look like anything that would have been up here prior has been disturbed?
Not really. Like, this does not appear to be a dirty place, a place where, like, tracks would have been left. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. Drop down.
Mm-hmm. But at this point, the cleric Kulan begins to make his way back out with a text that you would know to be the dictums of Zell Loomis. Just a kind of a book of wisdom as often used.
Oh.
This is one of my favorites. So, I think this is good. One with many friends may be harmed, but there are friends who stand with us through thick and thin. And with they at our shoulders, we will never fall. Together, we are strong, and our strength will never fade. That was from one of his campaigns, a speech to the soldiers. Let's consider this. Together, we will never fall when we are united. It is in our strength that we find the truth of Zell. That truly, honestly, he now gives us the ability to change the world however we wish. It's truly a grand thing. Would all of you like to stay here and help me pass out the morning bread and food today?
I'm sorry, but we might be serving Zell in other ways. Not sure yet.
Such as?
Though I'm sure you wouldn't want to be feeding everybody with some sort of, I don't know, the type that breaks into buildings. Would you like us to check around a little more, make sure it's clear?
Please be my guest. I mean, there's simply, as well, the storage room.
Morgan will take that, head out, go look at shit.
Well, with that, I'll stay with you and help you out.
Thank you, Loomis. Many blessings to you.
Praise Zell.
Praise Zell. To present friends and strangers that will become friends.
Indeed.
Here, I was just getting things ready, and like in the sanctuary, there are like sacks of bread. It appears like that Kulan had been taking out and been overall just generally using. The other place, Morgan, that you go, which is kind of the room the opposite of Kulan's room, is like this small 200 square foot storage room. You can see there are books piled up on some shelves, intermixed with candles, sacks of flour and food, some vestments. Really doesn't appear to be all that much, but it's what they got.
Things hide in strange places. I'm like kind of pushing the books aside, looking at covers and spines, and I'll just sort of move things. I'm mostly looking for the sigil, but I mean, dust or peat is also acceptable.
Gotcha. Then make a physical check at benefit 1.
Yay.
Yay!
I love being level 7. 2 successes.
Hey!
See, you love being level 7. As you are looking around, you come to what appears to be like a chest of some sort, and you open it, and it's filled with what appears to be like serving plates and like other utensils and things like that to help feed people, some bowls. And then as you close it, it has a little bit more force, a bit more resistance. And as you kind of open again and you run your hand along the inside of the chest itself, you feel like a small lever. And you pull it. You hear a click click as the bottom of the chest seems to rise. And as you look down and you kind of pull it up, there appears to be like a ladder hidden in the bottom of this chest that goes down like into the caverns below.
At this point, can I close the door to the storage room just that way if Kulon shows up?
Sure.
Yeah, let's. Who's with Morgan and who's out with Loomis? Is everyone else
I-
just with us, or?
I would be with Morgan as you're inspecting.
I'd probably still be with, like, hovering between you guys and Loomis. Not really sure where to go.
I explicitly did not want to partake in this religious stuff.
Yeah.
God, we hate religion. It's all just a cult.
Yes.
I didn't say that.
Same. Allegedly.
Has John come back yet, or is he still doing
No,
digging?
he hasn't come back.
Do I
that's concerning.
quick point of order. Can I feel when he is killed, or?
Not usually.
Okay. All right. Tav?
Yeah?
What is this?
Not entirely sure. But I believe that it's probably something we either should check out immediately while we have the chance, or after Kulon's 9 p.m. bedtime.
He's giving out bread. Being a good little church boy.
Do we know if Kulon will be at bingo?
Everything pointed to him being at bingo, yeah.
Okay, well,
The stars align.
first things first, I believe whatever happens at bingo, at least one person will die. And
What?
second, you're not. Wait, are you here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes, I believe that someone might go the way of Chekatai at bingo tonight. But if Kulon is there, the church will be empty, and it gives us a chance for all of us to meet up together, potentially explore whatever's down here.
What time did he say it was happening again?
Just in the evening tomorrow night.
Okay.
Tomorrow is a
But-
long way away.
Yeah, if we don't check this out now, they could move anything. Anything could be taken out of here. They're going to be busy with bread for at least a little while.
I think we can probably do it now.
I'll go.
I'll accompany you. Viola, are you coming with?
Should we
Who
have
wants to
someone keep
stay up here?
watch?
I mean, probably.
Well, hold on. I believe one person was walking back and forth between us, no?
Teamer was standing there, but the door.
Yeah, he was just sort of hovering between you guys, just not really,
Okay.
like, sort of
Then-
trying to keep an eye on both groups.
Okay. Tina, could you keep an eye out and cause a distraction if need
Are
be?
you opening the door and going to talk to him?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh,
in
because
the
it.
room.
Oh, you're not in the room. Okay.
I'm
think
going
we
to
should just
grab
stay
a
up
bunch of
here.
the plates and utensils from inside of the chest and hand them to Teamer when he comes over.
The door's shut.
Well, I thought someone was peeking through the door and saying, "Come over."
Are you,
Viola.
Viola?
I'll stay. I'll do that and let Teamer know. But Tavis, you seem to have an idea.
Yes, if they are to come, it will be most likely for more stuff for the morning bread. So I would suggest having utensils ready, or closing the door behind us, and we can give you a knock when we're ready to come out. If anyone asks, we went back home to catch up on rest and pay for our
I'll-
nightly inn.
I'll show Viola
was-
the mechanism.
Um, to clarify, there was only one entrance that we saw, right?
What, to this
To the church.
to the church? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the leaving part wouldn't track because I'm sure they would see us if we tried, if we, did leave.
Burning daylight. I'm going in.
I'm just gonna give Viola a nod and be like, "You'll figure it out," and then I'll follow.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll stick with Teamer outside the door, and I'll figure out a distraction or something if need be.
Wait, are you locking us in until we knock, or are you leaving it open?
I'm gonna keep the door closed. Yeah.
No, in the chest.
The chest.
The chest?
Yeah,
Are you
closing
closing the chest
so that
behind
way if
us?
anybody-
Oof. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to do that, I guess.
I show Viola the mechanism to make sure she knows what it is, and I go in.
Cool, let's go.
Christ.
I can use my arcane strike for a little bit of light, just like holding it.
Gotcha. Then we'll go to the other half of the split party. As Loomis, you're attempting to help with the bread, correct?
Absolutely.
Gotcha. As you begin to portion things out, like putting things like in nice neat rows, already like people are starting to line up outside of the church. Kulon shakes his head. We have not been having regular shipments recently, and now I can only fear for what happens next to all of us after one who was blessed by Zell committed such a heinous crime.
It's unfortunate, too, that he had the blessings as well.
It is like striking the face of a high god. He was blessed. But we cannot worry about this now. Come, let's give food to the hungry.
Can I pull out the 2 loaves of everlasting bread to put on the table as well?
Sure. And Kulon will smile. Thank you for your generosity. Truly, Loomis.
It's only 2 loaves.
No! It's more than 2 loaves. It is an offering to those less fortunate. Any measure of charity is nevertheless charity. Zell appreciates this, and he appreciates you. Good man.
Loomis will nod. Never mind. He doesn't say anything about Crow on my shoulder, right?
No. But
Okay.
he's clocked it, and he is smiling.
Okay. And then I continue on with helping hand out food.
And make a spirit check at Benefit 1 while you're at it.
Okay. Two successes.
The way he's looking at you, a soldier with a phoenix that was a member of the army, likely, given your dress, walks into town, saves a woman who is a dedicated worshiper, comes, breaks bread, helps to keep the church safe, gives bread as well, and just seems very powerful and, in a potential time of need. You think that he's looking at you like you have some religious significance, Loomis.
Oh god.
Like, all signs
For a
are
blessing.
pointing to him, like, oh, I see.
I understand.
Get ready for a blessing.
Yeah, I saw it coming, but yeah. Okay.
Want a blessing, don't you?
I see Zell's will.
While the cave divers are breaking into his shit.
I was the perfect distraction.
In a
I'm
way,
telling
yeah.
you, man.
I continue helping.
Gotcha. And as you begin to make your way out and open the door, Kulan smiles. Please, friends, come. I know that you are hungry, that hardships have fallen on Dorga. This is a trial, and oh my. And you can see Kulan raises his hands to the sky, as at this point, Loomis, you being there as well, would see what he raises his hands up at. Because as the sun is rising, it begins to illuminate a very strange cloud in the sky.
Uh-oh.
That almost looks like an eye. And people are, like, pointing up and like, looking at it. And you can see, at the moment, Kulan smiles. Yes, we have been beset by tragedy. But yet, Zell watches us. He has sent his soldiers to keep us safe. But now it is our turn to show him that we can be trusted. We have forgotten what it means to be faithful. We must repent. We must give ourselves over to the faith. Not just double our efforts, but increase them 20-fold. We are a chosen group in Dorga. Look above, friends. When all else is failing around us, who gives you food? Who watches over you? Zell, the Unifier, provides his strength. Remember, friends, and take heart. With many friends we may be harmed. But when we stand next to each other, we have endless and boundless strength. And you begin to see, Loomis, like the people getting whipped up into a further as they take the bread and like fall to their knees, exalting up to the sky. They are committed to serving Zell, to showing that they are worthy. And many of them would make to move inside. Actually, like, co-mingle and, like, give offering and thanks in the sanctuary. And Viola and Known and Teamer, you would see this as the host of worshippers and followers just increases here. But as this is happening, I think at the moment Kulan would turn back to you, Loomis. You're truly doing the great work. Zell bless you for coming when you have.
I mean, a lot of work to be done still.
Much work to be done. Much work. I feel it.
I thank you. I do.
Will you help me walk the streets again today and to tell people of the good word? To tell them of your deeds and what you have seen?
If I have the spare time, my group has a couple things to take care of, but
Of
maybe I can be
course.
back here towards the end of the day or maybe
Yes.
tomorrow morning.
Yes, of course. Absolutely. And
But if I have the spare time, I will.
and he'll nod. At this point, though, we begin to find others, as we will pick back up now with Tav and Morgan. You enter an underground space, like reconnecting with the tunnels, it seems. This is basically just a connection point, because you know, Morgan, the underground passageways go throughout the entirety of Gortal, spider webbing out. This is that point of connection, it seems. In case someone ever wanted to go down into these underground caverns, they could.
So, we come down from a ladder.
Yes.
Does the shaft that we're in go forwards and backwards, or are we kind of at like a dead end with a forward?
Forwards, backwards, and kind of in a more southern direction, and also forks off. So, like, you're within the maze-like structure that are these caverns.
I drop to the ground and look for signs of like use.
Yeah, there are signs
I want
of
like
use
the
down
direction
here.
that most people go,
Mm,
or like what has been most recently traveled, perhaps.
make a mental check, because it looks well traveled.
Yeah. Can I use navigator?
Yeah.
We should also try and find a second entrance.
2 successes.
2 successes. Kind of hard to say. You think if you had to guess, this individual seems to be heading more towards that southern route that splits off.
You want to keep heading down?
Sure.
All right. We have to be quick. Start going.
Okay. Then, as you start going, following the tracks, both of you are able to tell they begin to kind of curve off more towards like that southeastern direction. And it begins to like seemingly get a little bit more cramped, to the point where you might need to start crawling on your hands and knees and like pulling yourselves through.
Well, are we squeezing through, or?
Can I tell how long this squeeze is?
Just looking at it, no.
I can check it out first.
Okay. Just shout if I should follow.
Yeah. I'll just go.
Gotcha. As you begin to push through the squeeze, then it's about, as you go through, let me see here, it's about a 200-foot squeeze as you start to make your way through, and it opens up into a much more cavernous area that looks like it's more viable for walking, although there seems to be some very thick silt on some places on the ground.
How long have we been down here? About now?
Probably about 20 minutes.
Shit. Okay.
It's only 200 feet.
Would I be able to say that through? I can't really imagine how big 200 feet is. It's like a lot.
It's 2/3 of a football field.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, if you shouted, Tavis would probably hear you down here.
Yeah, I don't want to shout. I'll go back through and
Gotcha.
tell him it's cool, because I can't see back there.
Correct. You
have my
are
boy.
just doing this in darkness.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear. There's a big room over there, but I need some light, so
Okay, I'll come. Do you want me to go first and light the way, or should I follow you?
now just follow me.
Will do. And
Oh.
let's get
Lead 'em through.
crawling.
Mm-hmm. Then you guys make your way to the other side of this place and into the larger cavernous area.
Visible footsteps.
Within the silt, hard to say. There is at least activity here. It's not completely undisturbed.
The fuck? But why would they need an access point to this? Especially right there.
Well, if the access point is well hidden, I would assume wherever they go next is probably well hidden from this like antechamber.
Yeah.
Can we look around for any loose rocks?
Like, what do you mean, like loose rocks? Just like a random rock that you can pull from the side of the cavern wall?
Well, like anything that could be hiding an extra pathway or like an extra lever or something.
I mean, looking around, like there are potentially a lot of places, but like this cavern keeps on going and spiraling off. Like there is no dead end.
There's not a okay. I thought we were in like a circular dead end. Never mind.
No.
Let's keep going.
Are there multiple paths branching off from this point, or just one?
Yeah, there are multiple paths. Like it goes off in all directions. You are within the Gortal cave system.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just getting a Minecraft view of what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would it be possible to tell what is the most well-worn here?
Both of you can make mental checks, or one of you can make the check at benefit 1.
What's your mental?
6.
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. Will this get navigator or?
This would not. No.
Okay, then I'll make it. And it's at benefit 1 because
Correct.
Morgan isn't.
Morgan is not.
4 successes.
Huge.
4 successes. Then, as you start looking, notice a few things. There does appear to be one larger pathway that is like more so like kind of spiraling up towards the surface in some ways. Like there are some like vertical elements to it, Tavis, so it's not an easy path for the average person to move through, but that does appear to have just a little bit of wear and tear to it, as well as some dust. You would also see kind of at the bottom of one of these vertical ascents, as you're making your way down there and looking through, you pull from the silt on the ground what appears to be like a copper coin. Like someone had just dropped it moving through.
Is it another patient's coin?
No, it's not. This is
Just
modern
normal?
in current circulation.
Normal standard? Okay.
Well, either our would-be assassin suddenly got careless, or there are multiple people traveling through.
I don't know. I think if that person came through the window, interacted with the priest, and was led down here to escape, perhaps this vertical shaft must lead out somewhere.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
We're already this far.
I'll go. Morgan will make sure that he goes first.
Gotcha. Then you two are following the path?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Then, as you guys begin to make your way through, we're going to cut back up to the people up top as, at this point, Viola and Teamer, it's been an hour. they are still gone. Kulan is tending to the people in the sanctuary, but the bread giving's all done. And he begins to make his way over to, like, those who are still there, including Known. Would you like to join us for a service?
Okay.
And he'll look to Viola and Teamer.
Yes, I would.
Very good. And you, Viola?
You
You're
didn't mute it.
muted, bro.
Get muted on.
Sorry. Quick question. Did anyone actually say my name before?
I'm assuming so.
Okay, I would think. I just wanted to ask just in case
Yeah.
it was one of those like, how do you know my name?
Considering you guys roll up, become pretty well known after saving Sarnai, been seen with the mayor, been seen going and checking out the bodies, came in here
With Babs.
With Babs. Been here for like a few hours at this point.
If he didn't know who we were, I don't think he would let us just snoop around the church.
Very true. Yes, no, I'm not particularly the religious sort, but I think it'd be nice to hear some.
Very well. And please, we'll give thanks, and you don't need to give an offering, but anything that we can give to the next of kin of Chagatai and to show Zell that we appreciate his efforts, especially with his direct gaze on us now, it would be appreciated.
Have we heard of the miracle in the sky? I'm assuming from people coming in.
It's still sitting there.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, okay, great.
It does not go away.
Okay.
Maybe this really watched down
Is
on us.
Kira joining them?
Kira is there to join them, yeah.
I was curious.
So is it like a cloud-shaped eye or an eye?
Here, pull up a.
Clouds.
There you go.
It's clouds.
Eye-shaped cloud, actually. The same thing, different order.
Okay, that's not as scary.
Can I ask a question about it, even though I'm not there?
Sure.
Are the clouds moving at all, or is this just a big fucking stationary cloud perpetually in this shape?
It is a stationary cloud.
Cool.
Dude, cumulonimbus just do that. I don't know why you guys are so like.
Did you
perturbed.
have to Google cloud types?
No, I know that one off the top of my head. I just can't speak English.
Well, you can tell
I
that
do
Brandon
remember
knew that
the
off
clouds.
the top of your head, because cumulonimbus is not a cloud type.
It's close enough, damn it. Let me have my moment with my clouds.
Okay.
Cumulonimbus.
You added a second B in there.
Maybe I should have just
One
made a
second,
character where I didn't have to speak.
My cat is stuck in my blinds. 1 second.
Oh no.
Oh no, the cat.
Oliver.
Actually,
Save
I think
the
we
cat.
beat it out. We're good.
Call the fire department. The cat's in the tree.
So, when he says an offering, is it just like on the little thing with the rest of the altar or offerings, or?
Good.
You know what? At this point, I think Loomis is just gonna go broke. He's gonna put the rest of his money in there, which is only 8 silver and 7 copper.
That's still a lot of money.
Yeah, fair enough.
You were so rich like 2 days ago.
I know, right?
Well, he spent all his money.
You got that.
It do be Zell's will, though, so I can't deny it.
We also haven't. Did we pay for the bag
Yes.
up front?
Yes.
Okay, I forgot. That's right.
We dropped that shit in the front door and left.
No, we did it nicely.
as normal as Loomis could do it.
So what's the service like?
I think Timur would also put yeah, 2 gold coins on there.
Gotcha. And what is Gnome doing?
I think Node is watching intently, but like at the same time as I guess pouting would be the best way to put it. As like Node was able to find the trail, trace it, and now they lost it. And like they have no idea what to do. And it was like, well, fuck.
Then,
My poor baby.
as you're there, it's a very long sermon. Kulan kind of gets into a bit of a rhythm after kind of singing some hymns and then, like, if taking a moment to have people voice concerns and problems and talking them through, begins to talk about Zell's will and teachings. He starts to recount battles that Zell won and how it brought everyone together, and gives accounts of Zell before he was a high god. And then the sermon transitions into talking about his elevated state, what he has now become. And at this moment, like, it is clear Kulan is really just trying to like draw people into the gravity of the situation. And with there being an iCloud in the sky and a dude with a phoenix sitting there,
Fucking where? Oh shit.
everyone there seems to
Fuck!
be believers. Because again, there is what appears to be a captain of Zell with a phoenix who's
You're
saving,
Saving people!
boosting this
Saving-
church.
Saving people!
who saved a believer, and there is now an eye in the sky.
I don't know if you
watching-
can make your point any clearer.
You're a walking advertisement for
Fuck yeah, baby! Everything's paid off.
And you watch as these individuals are just once again whipped up into fervor, as now more and more people are entering in. By the time the service is over and Kulan has stopped talking, at about noon, there is easily 300 or 400 people in this temple.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Does this temple have capacity for 300 or 400 people?
It's standing room only, except for
Okay.
Wait, how many
Horse
people are in
things.
this town?
this.
How big is this town again?
It's not very big.
What the fuck?
So most of the town is here.
I would
is
say
I mean,
those,
that-
but like a plurality probably. Those who aren't off working at like the factory or like chopping down trees. Like if you're a farmer who could just say, "All right, I'm coming here."
I mean, with what just happened, that does make sense for the people of Zell, so I'm not too weirded out about it.
Yeah, like people are coming here to ask like if they have any sort of like religious ties, and immediately as they're listening to the sermon, the offerings keep on mounting, and there are a lot of true believers now. And as people are beginning to depart around noon, what do all of you who are still there think about, to the best of your knowledge, Morrigan and Tavis not being back yet?
How okay? They're still not back even after the sermon.
Still not back?
Oh my god! And so what? It's now. I imagine the sermon was like 30 minutes.
No, it's a few
That was like
hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 hours and y'all ain't back.
Well,
Holy
technically we
hell.
haven't been back for 4 hours because the service
Alright,
was like 3, and then we went down there for 1.
Where's More, and I'll,
Service was a little
once-
more than 2.5 hours.
Got it. Okay, so it's been 3.5 hours since they left.
Once the fuck. So people are starting to begin to leave, or is it still pretty packed in
people
here?
are starting to begin to
yeah.
leave, and
I'll get the group that's still up here together. It's like, so where are the other two?
Who?
Morgan and Tavis.
Oh, I forgot about them.
And we're not in like earshot of the priest or anything.
yeah, I would assume not.
Okay. They found a secret passageway, went to go explore it together. They said they would be back soon, but yeah, something must have happened.
Okay, well, here's my advice then. I can stick with the preacher and go out and do the walks, and you four can go retrieve them.
Okay, that sounds good.
They really like you.
Yeah, I can tell.
You're pretty cool, I guess.
If I have time to sit down with you, buddy, I'll talk more about it.
Like the preacher?
The preacher and Zell in general. Things are starting to click.
You're really into this, huh?
Good amount. I believed most of it my whole life.
Okay.
Okay. And do you think you should keep an eye on Loomis? I don't want to drag them somewhere that could be, well, probably is dangerous.
I think it's better for Known to stick with a bigger group. So I think you should take Known.
Okay.
Then, is everyone but Loomis heading underground?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And at this
To
point,
the caves with you.
we cut back to
Ah.
those who are already within the caves. It's been a long journey at this point. As Morgan and Tavis, there is not a lot of light down here, and it is a very tight squeeze in certain places. But you wanted to trek on. And eventually, as Morgan, you look down, you see around your feet that green peat, and you smell fresh air. As ahead, you kind of think that there might be the sinkhole, the place that kind of fell in.
Where are we currently in a squeeze now, or do I have room to turn back to Tav?
You have room to turn back around. You're not in a squeeze currently.
Okay. I think the sinkhole's up ahead.
Oh, awesome. How long was the trek to get here?
Probably
3 hours.
Probably about 2 hours.
Okay. They're probably looking for us at this point. If we were to turn around and go back the way we came, it would be a very big waste of time if they just went home. I'd like to confirm the exit point before we do anything.
I want to check this out.
All right. I
Quiet.
got your back.
I'll just I'll try to poke my head in. Be as quiet as possible. I don't know what's up ahead.
Gotcha. Then, as you kind of make your way forward, you find that the sinkhole is now open to the sky. Looking at it, it's probably about 40 feet deep. And as you look up, the sides of it are, surrounded with overgrown bushes and tall grass. But you see, kind of at the edge as you look up at the midday sky, firstly, what appears to be like an old abandoned farmhouse of some kind. And of course, Morgan, the second thing you see is the eye watching above in the clouds.
Well, that can't be good.
Fuck is that?
I would assume who's ever looking for us has decided to just search the whole town.
Shit.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's looking around?
No, it's just stationary.
I don't like this. I really don't like this.
I think we need to link up with everybody else as soon as possible.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can get like a feel of where like we popped out from?
If you want to scuttle up the side and like look around, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll try. I'd like to stay kind of under as much undergrowth as possible.
Yeah, that's possible.
I just want to clock where this is and we can come back to the farmhouse.
Gotcha. Then, as you kind of go and climb up, scaling it, or that you did want to pop up, take a look around, but like not go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't want to get out of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of
Get your
see,
bearings.
like, are we near the mountains? Are we like off from town somewhere? Just kind of.
After looking around, like popping out of this place, it looks like a kind of rolling set of abandoned farms, if you had to guess. Like, you see you think in the distance like a single chicken moving through the tall grass just pecking at things, but there doesn't appear to be any people here. We're definitely in the shadow of the Ipeti Mountains, but otherwise kind of a more abandoned area. And as you kind of pull yourself a little bit higher, yeah, it just seems to be mostly abandoned farms here.
Which one of us has the map with all the marks, all the
Loomis.
symbols on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'll drop back down. We should check that map that Loomis has. This has got to be one of the farms.
Gotcha.
There's nobody up here.
If this is one of the farms, I don't doubt that there's probably several other entrances or sinkholes near the others.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's head back the way we came in case anyone's looking for us.
And from this sinkhole, does it look like anybody else has been here aside from us?
As you look, there does seem to be evidence of at least one individual scaling down the sinkhole regularly.
Oh, they're going to know that we were here.
Can I use my Terramancy to cover up our existence?
Absolutely. You can take a hero point for that.
Phenomenal. Alright. They're not gonna know that we were here. Could we try and guess which direction town is? So that way, if we need to get here without going through the church, we can.
Yeah, do I know the general direction of like where we've been heading in the caves? I know it was kind of snaky, but
Yeah. Uh, if you had to guess, you're probably a little ways to the east of town.
I
But
think this is
finding
enough
this place
information.
will still okay. Ideally, we can come back through the caves in the church, but at least we
Yeah.
have a general idea of where to look.
And I'll let Tav go first, and I'll take up the rear this time and just clear our
Smart.
existence as we go back.
Cool, cool.
But I'll take when we go down the vertical. Morgan will look kind of anxiously at you as you go down.
Is something on your mind?
Just the verticals make me a little nervous. Just an accident a while ago.
Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, it it's not a huge deal. It was a really long time ago. I just get nervous watching other people. You know, I can kind of keep myself from danger, but worrying about other people. You know,
I appreciate the concern, but
you've done pretty well so far, though. So I think you've got it.
keep that in mind, and I'll try to be more careful in the future.
Mm.
You don't need to worry about me.
All right.
Let's get walking.
Gotcha. Then, as you continue, we cut to you getting back to the ladder just as your fellow allies have just gotten down. You've probably been here at the bottom for maybe 5 to 10 minutes at this point, trying to decipher the same information that Tavis and Morgan did. But you see them kind of make their way out of the gloom towards all of you.
Hey, what, why everybody?
It's been over 2.5 hours since you left.
Yeah.
Yeah, the caves are kind of good for that. No windows.
Are you
Anyway,
okay?
yeah. I'll like detail all the information that we've come up with. I've made sure to cover our tracks and stuff, so hopefully whatever was coming after me slash us shouldn't know that we found this. Looked like there was an entrance eastward of town, kind of near the mountains. Tab and I think there might be multiple sinkholes, multiple entrances.
The fact that they were going through this one sinkhole repeatedly, though, I think that this is their center of operations.
Yeah, probably main entrance into town.
I would love to go back and check it out now, but I don't know if our the presence will be missed if we leave this way through the church.
I think we should come back to this. I did tell Sonora I'd be by to pick her up. I don't want her to worry.
Okay.
The captain didn't want to see her, but still.
It's okay. The church went with Loomis because guess what? He is a he is holy. He is really special. He's really cool. He's from Zell, and I came to see him and watch us.
Yeah, about that I think it's probably who's ever been hunting us.
No, because they were talking about the bird, his phoenix, and how he's here to save everyone, and like good times are coming. So he's Loomis is really cool, and he's like a secret hero. But they found him, and like all the signs are like perfect. So it's really cool. And so they went out, like the whole town showed up, and now they're going out. It's gonna be really awesome. And Bingo
I-
Night is tomorrow, so things just keep getting better.
Morrigan slowly nods and looks towards Kira.
Kira shakes her head. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I don't like it at all.
No, it's good. It's good.
Hey,
It's good.
known. We don't disagree
I do.
that
No,
let me.
Sorry, continue.
We don't disagree that our friends are great, but sometimes people want to believe whatever they want to believe. If the mountain next to us exploded, regardless of the reason, they would be saying it's a sign. A sign that they weren't faithful enough to Zell, or that they were too faithful to Zell, or it doesn't matter at all. People just are. People can get overly religious about things like this.
Why aren't you this nice all the time?
I'm not sure. But regardless, I do not think that this is a good thing. And I would be concerned that the people who have been trying to kill you and capture you may be searching for us here. And
Well,
it's our job to keep you safe.
but like everybody else disagrees. And everyone in the town is like kind of thinks this is the greatest thing.
Well, if everyone else in the town started eating dirt, I wouldn't say that they were intelligent.
Well, maybe it's good dirt and you just don't know it. You should try and be this nice to like everyone, like Morrigan.
Thank you, buddy. Yes, I agree. It nobody's saying that Loomis isn't cool, but it is very easy to misjudge a situation and ascribe meaning to it that may not actually mean very much at all.
But it's all in the book.
Anybody can write books. You could do it. We could call it like the words of known or something.
But also,
I think we should write a book.
and at this point, Kira is going to turn to you, known. The problem is that it's not all in the book. They just added new things to the book that haven't ever been true. So a lot of their stuff, it's not here. It's new. New doesn't necessarily mean bad, but you gotta be skeptical of new things sometimes. I'll be honest, I still am skeptical of all of you. But, you know... Fuck! It's just that new things have burned me in the past, and we don't want to be burned now. Get it?
No.
I'm not doing a very good job explaining myself, but we should just take it slow and see some see some more proof before we just start believing these new things.
But there's the eye.
Well,
There's
we don't know.
Zay. There's the his
Zay.
bird.
Do you have eyes?
Maybe.
There's so many. There's so many things. What else is there to see?
Known, do you have eyes?
Have I ever seen myself in the mirror?
We
No.
Actually, that's so true.
refuse to. Yeah, like we can't show you.
Known, do I have
Nose-
eyes?
Mirrors are bad.
Yeah.
Then an eye showing up doesn't necessarily mean that any specific person is watching.
Yeah. Oh, but it's a cloud eye. It's not just someone with eyes.
I mean,
And the people
Who's
trying
even-
to hunt us can probably move some clouds.
who's even to say that that's Zell? I mean, I admit I'm kind of biased against him, but
We should get into
that
that
doesn't
later.
really seem no. That doesn't really seem like his purview. Clouds watching people.
Okay, but the people
He has real
attacking
people
us.
to do that for him.
The people attacking us didn't use clouds. They had,
Fell from the sky where the clouds are.
but they didn't
And
have
we don't
clouds.
know
They
anything
had
about
boats.
those people.
They
Those were
had
just
boats.
grunts.
They had boats, and they made giant explosions.
Did.
Do you know how they made those explosions?
Um, not with clouds.
But we
I'm not
know
in-
that we don't know a whole lot about them at all. I don't doubt that if they truly wanted to shape a cloud, they probably could. There's too many unknowns to say that it's one thing or another.
But hey, that's what we're working to figure out, right? We are uncovering clues. We'll come to our own conclusions. We've gotten. It sounds like you've gotten some information. So that's good. That's good. We just, because we want to keep you and ourselves safe, we have to question things to make sure they're legit. Do you remember when I told you about the people that would probably not be so nice to Shiny?
Yeah.
To find that out, you have to, learn about them. So that's what we're doing. You're asking questions, and that's good.
Okay.
It is all very strange and certainly lots of coincidences. But I don't know. Anyway, let's get out of here while no one will notice.
Yeah.
And known. Maybe let's keep that we came down here to ourselves, okay? Just us.
Like shiny.
Yes, just like that.
Okay.
I ruffle Known's hair. All right, up the ladder.
Up the ladder?
Everyone go up the ladder.
We should
Morgan's
clean off
herding
our
people up the
shoes,
ladder. Oh, yes, that too.
especially
I'll,
if it has the peat.
As people are going up the stairs or up the ladder, can I use Terramancy on the bottom of their shoes to, like, kick everything off?
Sure.
Cool.
Shoe cleaning and 8%.
Yes. Yes. I'm a clean little boy.
then you all
That was a
make
fun
it to the
church
top.
trip.
hmm And it appears like there are still faithful individuals making their way through like the main sanctuary, but Kulan seems to be gone, likely out walking and preaching to the general populace of Dorga.
Morrigan will, look the part of a churchgoer. He'll go give a little bow. He'll go toss a gold in the thing or whatever.
Okay. Sounds good.
I will-
And will all of you make your way back out into the streets of Dorga?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And in the distance, you would be able to see Kulan preaching, like kind of on this raised box that he seems to be brought out, and there seems to be a fairly significant crowd of people surrounding him at the moment. And many of the eyes are skyward, of course, looking high above at the eye that is, of course, always watching. But, Teamer, I think you, given your vantage point, would be able to see this as it looks like now, probably down a side street, someone is building a scarecrow just in the middle of the street. Like this probably 50, 60-year-old human woman just staking it down right in the middle of the road. And then you look and you can see out in a field there's a man with a paintbrush and some, like a bucket of paint, it looks like, painting the air. Just painting there. Nice even strokes.
Like paint is coming off of the brush.
I mean, when he flicks his wrist, yeah, but it's not attaching to anything in the air.
Okay. I was like, is he drawing a painting in midair, or is he like just miming it?
It's like he's miming it.
Basically.
Like he's just painting a fence.
I'm gonna point this out to the rest of the people with me.
I think whatever that blessing is driving people crazy.
Yeah, no,
I say this
Viola-
quietly.
Viola will head over towards the lady with the scarecrow.
Okay.
I'll be within 100 feet of them, but not like super close. Just
No one will be right on Viola's heels.
She's very okay with that. Well, interesting place for a scarecrow.
Why's that?
No. Well, this is the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm. But we don't want birds in the road.
Very true, very true. Colin, vibe check. Mod fan this guy. Vibe check on the lady.
Vibe check on the lady. Gotcha.
My
Yeah.
bird hasn't come back, right?
Where
My bird hasn't come back.
Nope.
no,
do you send the bird again?
Just look around.
Look around.
Look around where?
Look around.
Oh wait, we don't want birds around.
Yeah, they saw John in your painting.
Well, would that not be a concern that they don't want
Birds?
yeah.
That's why I'm asking. That's concerning.
I know. I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm trying to explain the concern to
Make your
Viola.
vibe check.
Yes, vibe check.
He'd asked Timur if he's seen my bird. You have to do your vibe check first.
Let's see. /R 66. Yes, greater than 4.
Nope.
No.
You missed a
the
letter.
R.
6. Yes, greater than 4. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. I thought it didn't go through at first. 2.
2. As you kind of sense this woman, there is a distortion in what she's giving to the overall orchestra. Like she is playing out of tune.
Is it the same vibe as the people who receive blessings from Zell?
Yes.
Or supposedly?
Same exact vibe.
Hmm. Okay. Alrighty. So ma'am, what is it that you, do in this village? Oh, well, first off, my name's Viola.
Ah, you're Viola. You helped Sarnai.
Yes, that's correct.
We were all so worried about her. Thank you for your efforts.
No, absolutely. Happy to help.
My name's Cosma.
Cosma. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Are you in the business of scarecrows?
Well, I try and tend to my garden. Best I can. Gotta keep the birds away.
Gotcha. And, by chance, have you also received a blessing from Zell?
Maybe. I'll be honest, I talked with Claire Coulon, and I think there might be a blessing in store for me.
Well, that is quite exciting.
It certainly is. I've put in so much work.
Gotcha. And what kind of work have you been doing?
Much faith and prayer. I've given as much as I could to, well, the church, and now I must hope that my charity will sprout seeds and grow into a strong tree.
No. Well, faith is good. And, I'm happy to hear that for you.
Well, thank you.
By chance, are you going to be at the bingo night?
Maybe.
Okay, well, I hope to see you there, Cosma.
Oh, will you be there?
Possibly. I'm still debating. My companions and I are still deciding on if we'll be able to go.
Well, it might be that Zell has greater plans for you.
Maybe. Perhaps coming to Dorga was fate all along.
That's the spirit.
And Viola will wave goodbye and head back towards the group.
Okay. You head back to the group as Cosma continues implanting her scarecrow.
I have a is Loomis back with us or not yet?
Yeah, he's back.
He's back. Loomis, do you Do you happen to have any of the bread that the priest was handing out?
I'll give it
I
away.
don't.
Huh?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Hmm.
I did put in 2 pieces of our bread. 2
Why?
loaves.
Why?
To
Well,
help those in lesser circumstances.
We weren't eating it, I guess.
We still have plenty.
You don't. You have no idea what that bread, like, does. It's fucking weird. Sorry.
Viola ate the bread.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
It's just magical bread.
Just magical bread is a very interesting sentence.
Hmm.
And at this point, Morgan, John will return and land on your shoulder. And it's here we will end the session for today.
Yay.
Hey,
Damn.
Will we pick up around this time?
Yep.
Okay.
We have so much to do.
Well, I just need to make sure Sonora doesn't think that I'm ignoring her.
Well,
Oh,
at this
yeah, I
point it's
forgot
about
about that part.
2:30.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell her I was busy because somebody's trying to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh,
You're gonna reveal
Loomis
that
also-
Well, no, not like
Loomis-
that. Not like that, you dumbass. I was gonna be like, yeah, we just, adventurer business.
Hey,
Some weird shit's going on. We're looking
I
at
can't
stuff.
wait to-
more acceptable.
I can't hit
How
you
is
with.
that not acceptable? We've been looking
No, I said
into
that
weird
that's much more
things.
acceptable than
Oh,
just,
okay.
hey, by the way, somebody's trying to assassinate
Yeah,
me.
no. I
I
was
was
gonna
That's
be like,
funny coming
scared.
from Tavis.
if we weren't telling
Hey.
Babs, I'm not gonna tell her exactly what's going on. I'm just
Don't
gonna
worry,
be like,
Loomis
yeah,
is
there's
gonna-
some weird stuff.
Loomis is gonna be like, if someone is trying to, give you the old goodnight stab, maybe you probably shouldn't see Sonora and maybe send a letter or something else.
And I would also
I've already
like to
seen
know-
her a million times. They would already know. Like you're literally Elan Diana-ing me right now.
I don't know what that means.
Whatever.
You're literally telling me not to see my girl, even though they already know that I've talked to my girl. That's crazy.
My girl, my band.
And I've sent her a letter too. Like they know, they would know. But we've blown her off like at least once, so I don't really want to do that again.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Morrigan
It'll
does not
only
want
end
to
the
do that
world.
again. He wants to see her art,
You know,
and I have
but
something to
the
give her anyway.
words and actions of Tavis do not reflect the words and actions of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is why I'm like, yeah, let's go, like, spend time repairing the, hey, we ditched you. And I'm also worried that Sonora might be, like, missing because she didn't check in with, the guard at all.
Well, no, the Babs, she was obviously getting her blood stuff sorted, and Morgan was like, hey, she was like, maybe I should go tomorrow. And Morgan was like, yeah, I can take you tomorrow. And then we went and saw Babs, and he was like, I don't want to fucking see her. She should have been here now.
Okay, I forgot that we saw her since then. I was just like, Cabbage Man didn't see him. Maybe we're just, maybe she's missing.
I mean, she could be missing. We don't know, but
well,
Yeah,
that's
we didn't check on her.
that's part of the reason why I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Mm.
Tavis would not care though.
Colin, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did the blessing start at about the same time that the null activity picked up?
You haven't asked that.
Yeah, we've got no clue.
I'll be right.
Okay.
I mean, but it sounds like it's. I believe it sounds like there are other potential cases outside, so I don't know if it's necessarily related to the gnolls specifically. But gnolls are what class of creature are gnolls?
Noel?
Is it just gnoll?
They are
think
technically a human.
Do they come
creature.
from somewhere? Okay.
Dogs.
I wasn't
Well-
sure if they were like Titanic or a Sin thing or
Well,
something.
it was revealed, and Ishin's song is public. Gnolls are from
Yes.
the Fourth Ring.
Ah, yeah, they would be pissed, wouldn't they? If that were me, I'd be pissed.
Well,
Not me. I'm built different.